Hello and welcome to the Content C.O.D.E podcast. I want to just really quickly outline what this particular podcast is going to be about, so you have some expectations going into the next couple of episodes. When I originally came up with the idea for this podcast, it was going to be about mostly marketing, and really what I started to notice over the course of me considering this podcast and playing with the ideas and having conversations with other people in the online space is that it's much more than just marketing for me. It's content, it's money, it's business, it's sales, it's marketing, it's, even as far as going into your human design blueprint and how that is even involved with your business. And so I want to use this podcast as a place to play in my content and a place to provide you with more information that is going to be relevant for you and your journey. And one of the reasons why I really like podcasts, even for myself, is because you get to listen in and you get to tune into what people are saying and what's going on in their life, what conversations they're having, their take on it. And you get to be a lot closer to them because it's their own personal community. It's like something that they've built from scratch, a podcast. It's got nothing to do with like Instagram algorithms or, TikTok algorithms or hashtags. You are literally putting out quality content, and if people are tuning in and you are getting downloads on your podcast, then you know that you are putting out quality content that people want to listen to because you are getting the downloads to show that people are just consuming and binging your content. So that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to start my own podcast, in addition to the fact that it's a really great platform for the online space. One thing that I am going to preface this with is that I am going to most likely have as much real stuff going on in the background as humanly possible because, time is precious, and y'all know how time can sometimes slip away if we aren't really treating it wisely. So you'll hear things like blinkers in the background because I'm using my voice memos on my app on my phone to record, or you'll hear things like my daughter, maybe she'll be squeaking or talking in the background. Maybe you'll hear a door open and shut. Maybe you'll hear creaks and cracks from going up the steps. In any case, I'm going to keep it as real and open as possible because this is really going to go into the whole point of creating over consuming. So I want to show you, even through the background noises of what's going on in this podcast, that there's always time to be creating content. There's always time that you can take what you know, take what knowledge you have and the transformation you have, and you can put it out there for the world to hear. So it's really important to me to keep that quality and that value of being open, honest, and genuine, and the quality of, showing up when you can and taking the time when you have it and talking about the things that are important, because that's going to be what provides the transformation for your clients in the end. So if those things happen in the background of the podcast, that is perfectly a-okay. It's designed that way. So this is going to be a very short episode because this is the welcome episode. Like I said in the beginning, it's just to give you a brief overview as to what to expect from this podcast. As always, reviews are going to be so helpful in getting the podcast out to more and more people and to getting other recommendations on whatever platform it is that you're using, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, whatever. It's really important to gather those reviews. And if you do have the little bit of time that it takes, the 2 minutes, to just drop a review after listening to one of probably the more value-packed episodes, it would always be greatly appreciated because like I said, it definitely helps the show in terms of ranking and recommending to other people who listen to podcasts. But also, with your review, I am going to be doing a giveaway. So once you have taken your time, your 2 minutes to write the review, all that I ask is that you screenshot your review and you post it on Instagram and you tag me at Fallon, F as in Frank, ALLON .Moran, M as in Mary, ORAN, and you post it on your stories on Instagram. For the first 50 people who post their reviews on Instagram of the podcast, I will be sending a goodie bag out in the mail. And once I know who it is that is posting that review, I am going to send you a DM and ask you where I can send this goodie bag. So be sure to, like I said, take the 2 minutes to review and to also screenshot it and post it to your stories so that you can get that goodie bag. I mean, who doesn't want free shit, you know? All right, so that is the welcome episode. I hope you stay tuned. I am releasing like 3 to 5 episodes of the podcast upon its release so that you can binge what I've already put together for you. So be sure to stay tuned for the next episode. Bye.